Every story has a beginning, but for Sabrina Carpenter, that beginning isn't a single point in time. It's a mosaic of moments, of dreams whispered in a small-town Pennsylvania home and big city lights. It's the story of a girl who, from a very early age, knew exactly who she was meant to be, even if the path to get there was anything but straight. Before the sold-out arenas, before the viral TikTok sounds and the chart-topping singles, Sabrina Anlin Carpenter was just a young girl from East Greenville, Pennsylvania. She was a homeschooled kid, the youngest of four sisters, and a niece to the legendary voice actress Nancy Cartwright, a connection that hinted at the entertainment world that would one day become her home. Her passion for performing was ignited early, and by the age of 10, she was already a veteran of YouTube, posting soulful covers of songs by artists like Christina Aguilera and Adele. Her father, a man who saw the fire in her eyes, built a small recording studio in their home, a sanctuary where her dreams could take root and grow. This was a crucial first step, a vote of confidence that told her she wasn't just playing, she was building something real. Her dedication paid off. By age 11, she landed her first professional acting role on Law & Order Special Victims Unit, a far cry from the Disney Channel sets that would later define her. But it was a foot in the door, a glimpse into the world she so desperately wanted to be a part of. The acting gigs kept coming, small roles that built her resume and her confidence, from the Goodwin Games to an episode of Orange is the New Black. She was putting in the work, laying the groundwork for what would come next. The next chapter, the one that would introduce her to a generation of young fans, began in 2014. She was cast as the sharp-witted and artistic Maya Hart in the Disney Channel series Girl Meets World, a spin-off of the beloved 90s sitcom Boy Meets World. For 3 seasons, she embodied Maya, a character who was at once rebellious and fiercely loyal. This role was a masterclass in acting, but it also became the platform for her parallel dream: music. While on Disney, she signed a 5-album deal with Hollywood Records, the network's own label. She released her debut EP, Can't Blame a Girl for Trying, in 2014, and her first full-length album, Eyes Wide Open, in 2015. The music was bright, youthful pop, perfectly suited for her audience. Songs like We'll Be the Stars and Eyes Wide Open were anthems for a new generation, showcasing her clear, powerful vocals and her ability to craft catchy, heartfelt hooks. She was living a dual life, a Disney star by day and a rising pop artist by night. Her second album, Evolution, released in 2016, showed a more mature sound, with the viral single Thumbs hinting at a future beyond the confines of a tween-friendly image. The transition from Disney star to a bona fide pop artist is a well-trod but notoriously difficult path. Many have tried, and many have struggled to escape the shadow of their former selves. For Sabrina, the journey was a deliberate, steady progression. She continued to act, taking on more mature roles in films like The Hate U Give and the Netflix rom-com Tall Girl, but her focus was increasingly on her music. Her third and fourth albums, Singular Act 1 and Singular Act 2, released in 2018 and 2019, were a clear declaration of her artistic independence. They were slick, modern pop records that explored themes of love, identity, and personal growth. She was no longer just a Disney star who sang. She was a singer, a songwriter, an artist with a vision. She was finding her voice, both literally and figuratively. Her journey, however, wasn't without its public trials. In early 2021, she found herself at the center of a media firestorm, caught in a public love triangle that dominated tabloids and social media. The incident was a deeply personal one, yet it was played out on a global stage. For an artist who had spent years carefully crafting her image, this was a difficult moment. But instead of retreating, she did what a true artist does. She channeled that pain, frustration, and public scrutiny into her work. This brings us to a pivotal moment in her career: the album Emails I Can't Send. Released in 2022, this album was a raw, unfiltered, and deeply personal diary set to music. It was a departure from the polished pop of her Disney years. Songs like Because I Liked a Boy, directly addressed the drama she had endured, turning her public vulnerability into a universal anthem about judgment and unfair scrutiny. The album's success was a testament to her artistic maturity and her bravery. It was a risk, a leap of faith to share her deepest insecurities with the world, and it paid off in a way no one could have predicted. Critics praised her sharp lyricism and emotional depth, and a new generation of fans who had grown up with her finally saw her not as a child star, but as a fully realized artist. The Emails I Can't Send era cemented her status as a pop force. The album produced viral hits like Nonsense and Feather, songs that showcased her versatility and wit. She embarked on a sold-out tour, during which she went viral for a different reason entirely: her nonsense outros, where she would craft clever, rhyming jokes specific to each city. This was pure, unscripted Sabrina, connecting with her fans on an intimate level and showing the charisma that had been there since her YouTube days. Her momentum was unstoppable. She was invited to open for Taylor Swift's historic Eras Tour, playing to stadiums of hundreds of thousands of people, a testament to her rising star power. And then came the album that would elevate her from pop star to pop titan, Short and Sweet. Led by the global smash hits Espresso and Please Please Please, the album not only debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, but it also earned her 2 Grammy Awards. Her success was no longer a quiet progression, it was a global phenomenon. Her witty, introspective, and playful style had hit a nerve, and the world couldn't get enough. And so we arrive at the present. The news is out. Sabrina Carpenter will be closing out Sunday at Lollapalooza 2025. This isn't just another gig, it's a statement. To close out a night at one of the world's most prestigious music festivals is to be counted among the elite. It's a moment that bridges her entire life story. The young girl who once posted covers on YouTube and the Disney star who sang on the small stages will now stand on the biggest stage of all, performing for a crowd of hundreds of thousands. The discipline she learned while navigating the difficult transition from child star to adult artist, the courage she found to turn personal pain into a critically acclaimed album, and the sheer work ethic that has defined her career will all culminate in that single moment. The Lollapalooza stage isn't just a performance, it's a victory lap for a career built with determination, talent, and an unwavering belief in her own voice. It's the sound of a dream, born in a small-town studio, finally echoing across a field of 100,000 people. The girl from Greenville, Pennsylvania, is now a headliner in Chicago, and her story is just getting started.